So
Okay.
so yeah, tell me a bit about the song's inspiration, how you got the idea for it.
Um, I was in a place called Crowley, and I was sitting down fiddling with this real rinky dink guitar, trying to figure out this rhythm I had in my head, and I started putting this melody together and sitting down, really going through this period of trying to put together what's on my heart, trying to match what's going on inside my head. And I sat in the corner, and believe it or not, maybe 15 minutes later, the whole song was just right there, start to finish. The first verse, second verse, the chorus, the bridge, everything. Um, 15 minutes, the song was finished.
And tell me a bit about the lyrical content, because there's some pretty deep and reflective, introspective type lyrics. So tell me about that.
You know, when these songs that I'm writing, like this one, America the Merciful, it really didn't start off um, with that title. It kind of evolved, and I think the first original version of that song, it kind of came out real organically, and I made some changes to the word, but for the most part, it was, it was just, in a spot in my time, in my life, it was like really heavy. I think it was winter time. The winter is real impressionable upon me, and during those seasons, I get real depressed and really dig deep and not be afraid to allow certain things to come up. And, that's what came out.
So when you say, I don't want to die chasing the wind, what does that lyric mean to you?
You have 60 seconds remaining. It's just trying to look at how redemption might work in my life moving forward, and seeing how society, prison, and people look at you a specific way, and knowing that you want to do better, you're trying to do better. It feels like reaching out to do better and want to be better, and still having society kind of step back with their arms folded and look at you as no matter how hard you try, it's just like chasing. You have 30 seconds remaining.
Right.
Chasing the wind.
Yeah. Well put, my friend.
Hey, I'll call you when I can. Maybe next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
And maybe we can finish this, or do a part two or whatever.
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm about to send you a JPEG too with the new cover and.
Yeah, you let me make this song real quick. If you want to finish.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so you were talking about the lyric. I don't want to die chasing the wind. Are there any other lyrics that really stand out to you as lyrics that you're proud of and feel like a deep connection to? You want to talk about?
Yeah, the first words. All my actions unforgivable. All my crimes beyond forgiveness. I wrote that and I sat back and I started thinking like how America, right, is founded on first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances of forgiveness and trying to get better. And then the people that they lock away, specifically myself, it's like, man, you turn this Constitution toward me, you turn this mirror toward me, but you're not willing to forgive me. You're not willing to extend that liberty to me. That banner of freedom for America. It's like it felt almost hypocritical. When you write stuff like that, it's like, man, I made these mistakes. I'm trying to do better, and you want to do better. And it's like, you look at America and you look how it is, the structure of society, and no matter how many mistakes you make, it's just the first or the last. It's not enough. You'll never be accepted back into, the original fold, or how, it's just, it's kind of weird,
Right. That's interesting because when I hear the first few lyrics, I always feel like they're kind of personal to like you're talking to someone like maybe a family member or something. Because you say, or the silence all I get.
Yeah.
But then it's interesting because you say the America bit, and yes, it sort of does tie into that. My crimes beyond forgiveness.
Yeah. You know, um, a lot of the stuff I write, like the position that I write from, it's not singular toward one individual, right? Like when I write this stuff and it comes from my heart, I always envision all the faces and the people that I've passed and all the issues that I've had to encounter and endure through those past relationships, whether it be the place that I lived, the city where I'm from, or my family members, or my siblings, or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
I envision all those mistakes and all those wrongs and all the stuff that I've done. It's like after so long, you pass these things by, and then you're almost sitting alone. You're almost sitting by yourself, and nobody's paying attention anymore. So it's like, man, you're left in that just total silence afterwards. And you just ponder. It's like, damn, what I've done, is it really that bad? Is it so far beyond redemption? Is it so far beyond the forgiveness of not just the individual, but just society as a whole? Like, am I a throwaway guy? Am I unworthy? Am I, unredeemable? And
Yeah.
is there any hope whatsoever? And a lot of that stuff comes from just me remembering or going back to when I was actually sentenced from 24 and 12 consecutive for aggravated robbery, and thinking about some of the guys that I've met while I've been in prison who have, less time left for murder, and I'm in here for an aggravated robbery. It's like, wow. So you would extend a level of mercy and forgiveness to someone who's murdered someone, but I'm in here for an aggravated robbery. You take the very best years of my life. It's like, how do you reconcile that concept, on a personal level with the stuff that you see in this world with your own life and your own actions?
Right. Yeah, well, the song to me always felt, even when it was just you and the guitar, it always felt like it was speaking from some sort of vantage point, almost like you're on a long drive, and as you're seeing the open road, you're thinking about these words as you drive.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff, specifically, my mother, she used to call me a traveling man, her and my aunt. And they would laugh and tell me this stuff over the phone. I was like, what do you mean I'm a traveling man? And she says, baby, you've been so many places, you've walked down so many different roads, you've experienced so many different things, you have a story to tell, And the only way, she told me this, she said, the only way I can describe your experience is how I view you as a traveling man, because you've been so many places and you've gone down so many roads. It's just, it almost seems like my life has been one continuous series of different valleys and different roads, different pitfalls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, the stuff that I write, it always comes out that way somehow, from that perspective, from that vantage point.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of shows that you have like a through line as a writer, some sort of consistency. I think consistency is always a good thing. It's the mark of artist. It's like you putting your stamp on something,
Yeah. I like that.
How do you feel about like the whole process? How has that been for you? I'm curious to know from my perspective, as I guess you could say I'm like the producer of this song, for having seen it from start to finish, and recorded this stuff in Nashville. Now, of course, we know it's a shame that you can't actually hear the song due to prison restrictions. I mean, I'll try and get a CD in there, but that who God knows how long that might take. But how do you feel just about how the whole production process has been, even from before we met to you just playing the song at Crowley? and then to where we are now, where in a few days the song is going to be premiered on the Grammy website.
Wow. Listen, I wrote that song. There was words on one piece of paper. I mean, it was one sheet of paper, right? There were parts of the song scratched out, right? Parts that were scratched out, words that were added in, pulled away. And when I was finished with the song, I put it in my book and I put it away, and it sat there for like 2 summers. I didn't even think anything of the song. And so to hear now that it's going to be on Grammy.com and people actually like it, you actually like it, you think it's a good song. I mean, where do you go from there, right?
I guess you need to write another hit.
I didn't think the song was that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote it and it's like, okay, that's cool. I put it away and moved on and continue to write other songs and continue to write other stuff. And then, it's like, hey, well, this is a song that I can actually play and sing at the same time, so I can try to keep it with. And, it's unreal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal.
Well, I will say, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's unreal because to me it's just me jotting down how I felt, putting it to chord structure, I'm singing it out, and getting it off my chest and moving on to the next one. And then to record it with you guys and sit down and have that experience, it's been the up and down, the apprehensiveness, the shyness, and the insecurities and all that stuff. It's the unknown and the unfamiliar. And it's like, damn, where do you go from that?
Well, I think you keep making songs, you keep writing.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to hear more stuff from you. I wish we had spent some more time. Well, we didn't really have that much time, but it would have been cool if we had been able to get another like fleshed out song from you. We have that battle cry demo, which might end up on the record, but I feel like you've got a lot more stuff in you. I wanted to say something. For whatever it's worth, we recorded that song with just you and the guitar. And of course, it took on a whole life of its own after that with the cajon and the steel guitar and the flute, the bass in Nashville, and of course, Uno in South Carolina. But even though it had all those additional elements, it was kind of like I knew from the start, from like the moment you started playing that song and I heard the first words, I was like, okay, this song is something special. So it's cool that I feel like your spirit of just the guitar and the vocal did guide the rest of the production process of the song. Yeah, I am too to have worked on it.
I'm shocked. Right?
Yeah.
Like you write your stuff. And that's a song I didn't want anybody to hear. I just wrote it and kind of put it away. To hear all that, that's amazing. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's been a.
I wonder if everybody else has that feeling, right? When they write music, is it the same feel?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm just like curious to know, like when you write music, because like when you write this music, when you write your stuff, is there a sense of insecurity when you write it, vulnerability, like maybe this is not good enough, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, like personally, I would say like when I write stuff, I kind of know when it has potential and when it could be great, but I never have the time to really flesh it out. And that's what's cool about Die Jim Crow, I suppose. I mean, if I'm obviously I'm extremely biased because I'm the guy who started the damn thing, but like we really spend so much time trying to make the songs reach their maximum potential, and I feel like if people heard stuff, maybe some stuff that I've done, and they gave it that maximum potential, I would be honored too. It's really about just giving something to TLC and seeing it through all the way till the end. And we definitely did that with this song, and we're gonna do that with the whole album.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, bro.
Oh
Right?
yeah, thank you
For the time.
for your words and your spirit.
Yeah. Your energy, the sacrifice, you know, all the time that goes into this, the traveling, you know, the finances, the giving up, you know, your personal life for this cause that you believe in. And it's, you know, I mean, that's incredible, man. It is.
Well, look,
I think
like
I would
the
have ran
world's
off something
got
else a long time ago.
say what?
No, I think I would have abandoned that cause and went and done something else a long time ago. So,
Well, I feel like
but
the world's really got to hear this stuff. I mean, like this song is a universe unto itself because it's like it was so hard to get access to the Colorado DOC, and then it was so hard, even way harder, to get access to South Carolina. So this song was technically recorded in two prisons, you know, and I just feel like that in and of itself to share those two universes with the world, with the public, with the free world, it's so worth it. I mean, sure it is somewhat of a sacrifice in my life, you could say, but it's a huge honor and a privilege as well. A huge, way more than a sacrifice.
okay, yeah. I think it's time. They're looking at me crazy now.
Got you. All right, man. Well, cool. Is it cool with you if I release this interview like a version that's just in its entirety?
Yeah, sure. That's all right with me, man.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Very good. All right. Well, we'll talk soon then. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Tell Andy I'll be contacting him soon with some more material. See what he thinks.
I will.
All right. Thanks, brother.
All right. Thank you. Later.